These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. How are you feeling today?
Ready for a battle.
Ready for it. OK. Hoping to get one over on our quiz champions today are Turweston and Beyond from Buckinghamshire. Now, this friends and family team quizzed together and against each other at the annual village quiz in Turweston, where team captain Chris has been on the winning team 4 times. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm a gallery owner and artist.
Hello, I'm Ned. I'm a professional gambler.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm a medical writer.
Hi, I'm Edward and I'm a solicitor.
Hello, I'm Simon and I'm a marketing consultant.
So, Chris and team, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Lovely to see you. And you're a quizzing team, Chris, I can tell.
Well, a bit, yes.
A bit. So tell us about where you all quiz together.
Well, we all quiz together at the annual village quiz in the village hall, which is a charity event to raise money for the village hall.
Great. And Turweston is at the centre of this team. Tell us about that village.
Well, it's a tiny English village. It's got all you'd expect in a village, a village green, church, pub, all the trimmings. It's very nice. Yeah.
So you walk out the front door, you'll see each other on the way to work or
Pretty
whatever?
well, yeah.
How nice, how wonderful. OK, I wish you well, team. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. However, if they fail to defeat the famous Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, Turweston and Beyond, the Eggheads have actually won the last 11. They're doing really, really well, which is good in a way, because it means there's a big jackpot of £12,000 today. Would you like to try and win it?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yeah.
And the first head-to-head battle is on the subject of politics. So one of you against either Beth, Chris, Pat, Steve or Dave.
I think it's going to be me.
Yeah.
So did we decide Beth or Dave, one of those? Which do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe Beth?
Oh, yeah, all right. I think Beth, politics. Yeah.
OK, and Ned, your profession is?
Professional gambler.
Professional gambler, perfect. That's going to really put the frighteners on them. Ned from Turweston and Beyond versus Beth from the Eggheads. Is Beth going to play it safe or gamble herself? To ensure there's no conferring, would you please take your positions in our famous question room? OK, so politics, Ned, your choice. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second, actually.
Which means Beth has the first question. Here we go, Egghead. How did Ian Duncan Smith famously describe himself at the 2002 Conservative Party conference? Was he an old man, a bold man, or a quiet man?
I think he's the quiet man, a quiet man.
A quiet man is quite right. The quiet man is back and he's turning up the volume, he said. All right. Ned, which country saw its Prime Minister resign after the result of a constitutional referendum in December 2016? France, Italy or Germany?
Right, so Prime Minister, it was... it's Italy. It was Renzi lost a referendum on the reforms, Italy.
Italy is correct. Beth, we go back to you. What is the middle name of Jeremy Corbyn? Is Mr. Corbyn a Bernard, a Bertram or a Brian?
I'm trying to thinking about when he was born and the names that were around at the time. I'm torn between Bernard and Brian. I think it might be Jeremy Brian Corbyn.
You've gone the wrong way. It's Bernard.
Oh.
To take the lead here, Ned, who was appointed Work and Pension Secretary in July 2016? Liam Fox, Jeremy Hunt or Damien Green?
It's Damien Green. Liam Fox is now the trade one and Jeremy Hunt's still health. Damien Green's work and pensions.
Damien Green was appointed Work and Pension Secretary in July 2016. You're quite right, so you've taken the lead. And Beth, you need to get this one right to stay in. What name is given to a person who chairs a committee in the Scottish Parliament? Are they a convener, assembler or gatherer?
This isn't something I know immediately either. So the only one that pulls me there to be one that would chair and therefore do the same sort of thing as a chair would be a convener.
Eggheads, you know this one?
I would have said convener.
They reckon convener. Convener's right. So you can take the round with this question, Ned. Of which body was the Brazilian Robert Azevedo appointed Director General in 2013? World Bank, World Trade Organization, or International Monetary Fund?
It's weird, yeah. It's like when he first said the name, I thought World Bank. I don't think it's the IMF. I think that's like, is it Christine Lagarde and then it was someone else? I may have just made this up, but it rang a bell with World Bank. I think I'll go with World Bank.
World Bank is wrong. It's World Trade Organization. So after 3 questions, you're level. We go to sudden death. Beth, you go first. The 1946 National Health Service Act became law during the term of which British Prime Minister?
I know Bevan had a lot to do with it, but I think he was the health minister at the time. Anthony Eden.
No.
I knew it was wrong.
Eggheads?
Clement Attlee.
Clement Attlee.
Oh, yeah.
Prime Minister in 1946. OK, Ned, you have a chance to take the round. To whom was Tony Blair referring when he said of his wife, Cherie, in 2006, "At least I don't have to worry about her running off with the bloke next door"?
Oh, yeah, it's Gordon Brown. So he's worried that his wife was going to run off with Gordon Brown. Must be, because 11 Downing Street. Gordon Brown.
Gordon Brown is the right answer. You've taken the round on sudden death. Well done, Ned. Beth, you've been knocked out. And that's good for our challengers. First scalp to them. Please return to us. We'll play on. Good start for Terweston and beyond. They have not lost any brains from the final round. The Eggheads have lost Beth. And the next subject is film and TV. So who would like this?
Do you want this? Do you want this? Ed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah,
You,
it's
Edward,
out of who's left it's Ed, isn't it?
Yeah.
OK, Edward, our solicitor.
Got to be Chris, I think.
I think it's got to be. Yeah, I think we need to try.
Yeah,
that's good.
that just makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
All right, so Edward from Terweston and beyond is going to play Chris from the Eggheads. Film and
enough.
TV?
Yeah.
Good stuff. To ensure there's no conferring, please go to our question room. Film and TV, Edward, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, if I may, Jeremy.
Here we go. What was the name of the time-travelling TV repairman played by Nicholas Lyndhurst in Goodnight, Sweetheart? Simon Sparrow, Gary Sparrow, or Jack Sparrow?
Oh, I'm not at all sure, but I think I'm going to go for Gary Sparrow.
Gary Sparrow is correct. Chris, which Hollywood actress starred in the 1930s films Camille and Ninotchka? Is it Greta Garbo, Betty Davis, or Rita Hayworth?
That was Greta Garbo.
Greta Garbo, and that was back in the day when you were watching the movies, wasn't it?
Indeed it was.
OK, Edward, which of these fictional US TV detectives is an ex-Navy SEAL? Theo Kojak, Jim Rockford, or Thomas Magnum?
Kojak, I don't think it was. Jim Rockford, I'm confident it wasn't, so I'm going to go for Thomas Magnum.
Thomas Magnum is correct. OK, Chris. Checky Cario played Julian Baptiste in which TV crime drama? The Bridge, The Missing, or Spiral?
Well, The Bridge is Scandi Noir. It doesn't sound like a Scandinavian name, so I'll rule out The Bridge. Don't think it's The Missing, but Spiral, or Engregage, to give its original title, is French. So I'll go with Spiral.
Spiral or Spiral, Eggheads, do you know?
It's The Missing.
The Missing is the answer. You've fallen behind, Chris. So let's see. Edward, you can take the round with this and complete a double for the challengers. Who did Forbes magazine name the top grossing actor of 2016 in terms of ticket sales? Scarlett Johansson, Cameron Diaz, or Jennifer Lawrence?
So Scarlett Johansson did the Marvel franchise. Cameron Diaz didn't make that many films. I know Jennifer Lawrence was the top grossing in dollar terms, so I'm going to go with her in terms of ticket sales. Jennifer Lawrence.
It's wrong, actually. Scarlett Johansson is the right answer. That gives Chris a way back in. You've got to get this right, though, Chris. Which former member of the cast of the TV series Friends turned 50 years of age in 2016? Matt LeBlanc, Matthew Perry, or David Schwimmer?
Well, the oldest looking of the three is David Schwimmer. That's what I have to go with.
That's a good way of working it out. David Schwimmer's the right answer. 2 each. So we go to sudden death here, Edward. It gets a bit harder. I don't give you alternative options. Which English actor played the role of Finnick Odair in the Hunger Games Mockingjay films?
It's one of those ones where you know the name, but I just can't think of it. Matthew Thompson?
No, Sam Claflin. Chris, yours for the round. Which Irish-born actor made an appearance early in his career as the seaman Charles Churchill in the 1984 film The Bounty?
Liam Neeson.
You're right, it is Liam Neeson, Chris. Well done, you've taken the round on sudden death. Sorry, Edward. Been knocked out there. Very nearly made it 2 for the challenges, but actually it's been levelled up here by Chris. Return to us, please, gentlemen, and rejoin your teams. Right, it's been levelled up. Turwestern and Beyond have lost a brain from the final round. The Eggheads have lost 1 too. And the next subject in the third round now is geography. Geography.
That's going to be me,
I think you should do it.
Yeah, I should take geography.
OK, team captain, artist, gallery owner, against which Egghead? Can't be Beth or Chris.
I think it should be Dave.
I'd like to play Dave, please. Yeah.
Very good. So Chris from Turwestern and Beyond to play Dave from the Eggheads on geography. Please go to our question room now. So, geography, Chris, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
Geography, and your first question, Chris, good luck. Which range of hills is east of the River Usk and lies across the border between England and Wales? Black Mountains, Mourne Mountains, or Cheviot Hills?
Well, the Cheviot Hills are in Northumberland, Mourne Mountains are in Northern Ireland, and the Black Mountains are in Wales, so it's the Black Mountains.
Black Mountains is quite right. Brilliant. Very beautiful they are too. Dave, what is the capital and the largest city of the US state of Arizona? Dave, is it Tucson, Scottsdale, or Phoenix?
It's Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, that could have caught you out. Phoenix is right. Chris, which of these African countries measures approximately just 80 miles from east to west? Liberia, Swaziland, or Eritrea?
Well, they're all fairly small countries. I think Swaziland, is too big, so I'll dismiss that. I think I'll dismiss it anyway. Eritrea is up on the Horn of Africa, and I can't quite picture the shape of it in my mind at the moment. Well, in the absence of anything better, I am going to go with Liberia.
No, it's not Liberia. Actually, the smallest is Swaziland.
Mistake.
OK. Dave, which city's former name translates into English as sand pile because of the beaches that line its shores? Is it Malmo, Lillehammer, or Vilnius?
It could be Lillehammer, it could be Malmo. Really haven't got a clue here. I'm going to regret this. I'm going to go for Lillehammer.
OK. I think some Eggheads know. Steve, I can tell you no.
Probably on the basis that it's maybe had a former name, we'd go for Vilnius.
Yep, that's wrong too. It was originally called Malmhorg.
OK, fine.
So it's one of those ones we stop you rootling around in the name by saying former name, Dave.
Yeah.
Bit of a wicked question, that, wasn't it? Hope you
fine.
enjoyed that.
Yeah, thank you.
OK, level after 2. Chris, back to you. Skore is the most northerly settlement on which group of Scottish islands? Skore, which is S-K-A-W. Orkney Islands, Outer Hebrides, or Shetland?
Struggling here as well. It's going to have to be a guess, I think. I think I'll go down the right. I'll go for Shetland.
Challengers, is he right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it. Shetland is right. It's a wicked old round. Dave, to stay in which English county is the National Trust property Cork Abbey located? Cork is C-A-L-K-E. Is this Lancashire, Somerset, or Derbyshire?
Can you spell it again for me, please?
Yeah, C-A-L-K-E, Cork Abbey.
No, I'm not going to change my mind on this. I'm going to go down the middle, but it's a total guess, Somerset.
Somerset is your answer. Anyone been there? Anyone know this, Eggheads? No, they're drawing a blank, Dave. Derbyshire is the answer.
I've never
I'm sorry
heard of
you've
it.
been knocked out.
Sorry.
These challengers are playing well. Well done, Chris. You're in the final round. Nip and tuck there. Come back to us. One more round to play. As it stands, Turwestern and Beyond have lost a brain from the final round. The Eggheads have lost 2 brains now. There's £12,000 to play for here. Let's see what happens next. Sport is the subject. Who's going in? Nick or Simon?
It has to be Simon. I think.
Yeah.
Simon, our marketing consultant, against which Egghead, and it's either Steve or Pat.
Do you want to take out? It's going to be hard for you to win this either way, isn't it? So just have a shot at the champ. If you take out Pat, it makes us a lot more likely to win.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go.
So Simon from Tour Western and Beyond takes on Pat from the Eggheads in the last round before the final. Please, gentlemen, take your positions. All right, Sports Simon, would you like to go first or second?
I think I'll go first, please.
Good luck. Which of these people was knighted in the 2017 New Year's Honours List? Usain Bolt, Mo Farah, or Tom Daley?
I think I'd remember if it was Usain Bolt. I think it was Mo Farah.
It was indeed Sir Mo. Well done, Mo Farah. First one to you. How does that feel?
Surprising, really.
Pat, in American football, what term is given to the action by which the ball is passed from the ground to the quarterback? Snap, slide, or serve?
I think that's the snap.
Snap is the right answer. Back to you, Simon. In which UK sport does the club called Salford City Red Devils compete? Are they ice hockey, basketball, or rugby league?
Again, I'm going to work on the basis that I think I would have heard of it if it was rugby league. I think I'm going to go for ice hockey, please.
Pat, you know?
I think I would have stayed with rugby league. I think it could be rugby league. I've heard of Salford Reds.
Yeah, rugby league is the right answer here, Simon. Not ice hockey. OK, Pat, your question. Which South African golfer won the US Open in 2001 and 2004? Charles Schwartzel, Gary Player, or Retief Goosen?
Well, by those days, Gary Player was very much a veteran. He wasn't winning US Opens in the 2000s. Charles Schwartzel has had success, but he hasn't won 2 US Opens. I think it's the Goose. I think it's Retief Goosen.
It is Retief Goosen. Well done. Simon, which of these fast bowlers ended his career with a record 43 ducks at Test level? Courtney Walsh, Dennis Lillee, or Malcolm Marshall?
Ducks. They were all probably pretty good at getting ducks, weren't they? I seem to remember Dennis Lillee was pretty terrible with the bat. So can I go for Dennis Lillee, please?
Dennis Lillee. Let's just see. Challengers, do you know?
I think me and Nick thinks it's Walsh, and
I thought it might be Malcolm Marshall, but I wasn't sure.
So we've got a Marshall and a Walsh coming up on this side. Ned and Nick are very good quizzers.
Yeah.
Courtney Walsh is the answer. Sorry, Simon, knocked out by Pat there, who's leveled it up. Come back to us, gentlemen. We're going to play the final round for £12,000. So this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for the final round. As always, it's general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So it's Edward and Simon from Tour Western and Beyond, and also Dave and Beth from the Eggheads. Would you please now leave our studio? Chris, Ned and Nick, you're playing to win Tour Western and Beyond, £12,000. Steve, Pat and Chris, you're playing for something that money can't really buy, which is the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time they're all general knowledge. You can confirm. So, Tour Western and Beyond, the question is, can your 3 brains defeat these 3 mega brains over here? And Chris, Ned and Nick, would you like to go first or second?
I think we'll go first, please.
All right, I know we've got a quiz on our hands now. Here we go, general knowledge, playing for £12,000. Good luck. According to the proverb, challengers, what is it better to do than curse the darkness? Close your eyes, wait for the dawn, or light a candle?
Yep, light a candle. Everyone
Light a
agree?
candle?
Yep, definitely. Yeah, we're going to go for light a candle.
Yeah, better to light a candle than curse the darkness. You're quite right. Eggheads, your question. In which English county is the historic town of Bradford-on-Avon located? West Sussex, Warwickshire, or Wiltshire?
Wiltshire.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Wiltshire.
right. I just thought on Avon, got to be Warwick. If you're happy with that, Chris, you seem very confident. Well,
Bingley Junction.
all right. Well, Chris is extremely confident with that one. It had caught me out, but it's Wiltshire. Wiltshire.
Wiltshire, you didn't know this, Steve?
No, I didn't. No,
Pat, you're very quiet in the middle.
I didn't know it.
Gosh.
Might have. Well, if I had an instinct, it was Warwickshire, but I'd no backing for it.
Interesting, because we know how this works. Sometimes Chris gets knocked out, and then it turns out he has the key piece of information. In this case, he did. Wiltshire is right.
Hold on, Chris. Brilliant.
The wheels are wobbling on the Eggheads side. Here we go. For what does the L stand for in LISA, or LISA, the government saving scheme announced in 2016? That's LISA. Lifetime, long-term, or living?
So ISA, so what's ISA is just independent.
Instant savings account, isn't it?
Instant?
I think it's instant, yeah.
I mean, ISAs is a government savings scheme, isn't it?
What does it stand for, ISA?
I think that's independent.
Quite often don't the interest rates go down after a while, so you'd think maybe it'd be like lifetime or long term where you maintain your...
I've got a feeling for lifetime, but I don't know why.
But you said something about instant, but then if it was that,
I don't
would be
think
like
so.
a bit of a weird contradiction, lifetime instant or something.
Well, I can't see...
Well, that's just like instant access, I think.
I think I've heard the term lifetime to do with the savings account.
Really?
Shall we say lifetime if you think you've heard that as well?
Well, it's an inkle, but it isn't big. It's not...
It could be long term, but I just...
Yeah. I just think I've heard it somewhere, but I may be wrong.
I think that inkling is probably enough to go for it, isn't it? It makes sense.
Yeah, should we do it?
Go on then.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Right. After much deliberation, we're going to go for lifetime.
So let's just start with ISA, which isn't instant, by the way. What is it?
Individual.
Individual.
Savings account. But that actually unlocks the answer for you a bit more easily because it is lifetime. Well done. It was the use of the word instant, I could see it was just throwing you completely there. Anyway, you got it right. Well done. Eggheads, to catch up. Which of these astronauts resigned from NASA in 1981 to become a full-time painter? Alan Bean, Gene Cernan, or Buzz Aldrin?
Alan Bean. I think it's Alan Bean. I think he does canvases with moon dust embedded into them.
Oh, that's better than anything I've done.
Well, Buzz Aldrin is just he travels the world evangelizing for space travel. Okay?
Yeah, good. Well, Pat's pretty confident it's Alan Bean, so that's his answer.
Alan Bean is correct.
Well done, Pat.
Well done, Pat. This is interesting quizzing from the Eggheads. They're drawing on each other's strengths here. They know they're up against good quizzes. You get this right, that may be it. They may get theirs wrong, that's it. Here's your question, including qualifying rounds. How many teams participated in the FA Cup in the 2015-16 season? 336, 736, or 1,236?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of the later two. They're on
Yeah, I think
loads.
it's that, yeah.
Right, do you know how many rounds there are before they get to the first round? Ooh. I've got a memory of fourth qualifying round being a thing. I think I can work this out.
Good.
Maybe.
Take your time.
That's gonna be hard, isn't
Take
it?
your time, yeah.
Right, okay, so I'm going to have to go through this slowly.
Yeah.
2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. That's the third, that's 64. So that means 64 in the fourth qualifying,
Yeah.
which should mean 128 in the
Yeah.
third, 256
Yeah.
in the second, 500 in the first,
Yeah.
and then I think they have a preliminary one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that means 500 odd in the first round,
Yeah.
first qualifying, but then I reckon there's another there must be another 400-ish play each other in a preliminary one.
Do they?
Well, it must be to narrow that down to 200.
That takes us over 700 then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 736. I think the preliminary round's smaller than the first qualifying.
Right.
Maybe I've got this wrong somehow, but it seems like about the right number.
Logic
of teams.
seems fine to me. Shall we
we just go for it now?
Shall we say that?
I think that's
Okay.
sound arithmetic.
736.
Yeah.
After much deliberation again and maths, we're going to go for 736 with crossed fingers.
736 is your answer. You went through an enormous mathematical calculation and ended up by saying the middle one sounds about right. And you've got it right. 736 is right.
Well done, Ned.
You've got 3 out of 3. You can relax for a minute here. Just watch the Eggheads. They may get this wrong. If they get this wrong, you've won £12,000. You've taken them down. Eggheads, the title of the world's best restaurant in 2016 was awarded to an establishment in which country? Andorra, Italy, or Spain?
I haven't heard of any super-duper restaurants in Andorra. Spain has got a couple. It had El Bulli, which is sort of low profile now. It has the Cabo del Quelar in Girona, which is a big one, and then there's a big one in San Sebastian. There are 2 very prominent restaurants. Italy has got, recently there's a restaurant in Bologna or Modena, which has been making waves, doing very well. Yeah, the percentage is Spain simply because, well, in the past, Bulli, which is now sort of quiet, but there's the Girona and the San Sebastian. So it's got quite a network of top restaurants, but this Modena one was in the press recently.
I think that's the reason why.
It's a delicate one, this though. It's a delicate one.
Chris?
Well, last I heard it was still El Bulli in Spain, if you've read about Modena.
I think El Bulli is quiet at the moment. I think your man Ferran Adria sort of took a big sabbatical. It's not, it's lower profile at the moment, I think.
And you think Italy?
Slight preference for Italy, very nervous.
Yeah. Right, as you can probably tell, Jeremy, we're not sure at all. We've got to pick something, so with no degree of certainty, we're going to say Italy.
Your answer is Italy. If you have got it wrong, the challengers win £12,000. Osteria Francescana in Modena is the restaurant that was the world's best in 2016. You've got it absolutely right.
Well done,
and that is brilliant quizzing by Pat. Very subtle, very clever. Okay, sudden death we're on. £12,000 we're playing for. Here's your question. Which music producer born in Clovis, New Mexico in 1927 is best known for his association with Buddy Holly?
Any music producers from the 60s, 50s? Sorry.
No, that might be.
Oh dear. Is there anything to, would it have been on the plane? There's a pilot called Peterson.
To be honest, we just don't know, do we? Yeah.
Could it be someone that did something else, like, you know, can you think of anyone associated with Elvis or like Carl Perkins or like the Big Bopper or any of these people? Just any name associated with them, like...
Was Elvis's manager?
Colonel Tom Parker.
Who's that?
It's Elvis's manager. It was his manager, he wasn't a record producer or anything.
Can't think of anybody.
Got to have a guess, surely.
What do you want to say the Peterson thing?
Yeah, I'd prefer that, even though...
We don't know that... Do we have to give it... Can we just give a surname?
You need first name as well, yeah.
Okay, it's not him, but I'm just trying to remember what the first name of it might have been. Marcus, maybe?
Oh, no,
Is that someone else?
I have no idea.
Marcus Peterson, we don't know.
Right.
We don't know.
We have absolutely no idea, so with no confidence at all, we're going to say Marcus Peterson.
Hard question. The answer is Norman Petty.
Okay.
He was to Buddy Holly what George Martin was to the Beatles, so he was fundamental to the sound. Okay, the Eggheads have a chance now with this question. You can take the contest. The journal Blast, first produced in 1914, was a mouthpiece for which artistic movement?
Vorticism.
Yeah.
It reminded me of
Vorticism.
Vorticism.
Yeah,
Vorticism.
definitely.
Was it 90 early?
Yeah, because it didn't last very long.
No.
Wyndham Lewis, people like that.
Yeah.
Are we all happy with that?
I'm not confident, but it's what occurred. It's what occurred to me.
Vorticist period, yeah.
We think we're all agreed it's Vorticism, Jeremy.
If you've got this right, the contest is over. Been an amazing contest, but Vorticism is the right answer. We say congratulations, Eggheads, you have won. Oh, you ran them close there, my goodness. The pilot, I'm told, was Roger Peterson. So you got the surname of the pilot there.
Good effort.
Yeah.
Oh, you are amazing quizzers. There's no question about that. People come here with much less than win. So you've been unlucky to catch them on this particular trio actually works. You seem to work quite well together, you three.
We do, don't we?
Yeah, you do.
No credit for that.
You do. Commiserations to Ter Western and beyond. It does mean you're not going home with the £12,000, so the money rolls over to our next show. Eggheads, really well done. Great quizzing. All of you working in sync with each other. And I wonder if you can be beaten. Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers have the brains to defeat them. £13,000 we'll be here to play for. Till then, goodbye.